Welcome all of you. In online teaching learning process, we have started paper number 9 in organic chemistry, and in which we have seen unit number 3, that is metals, semiconductors and superconductors, in which we have studied semiconductors. And in this video we will see details about the extrinsic semiconductor. In last video we have seen details about the intrinsic semiconductor. So in the case of types of semiconductors, we know that semiconductors can be classified as intrinsic semiconductor and extrinsic semiconductor, and extrinsic semiconductor further classified as n-type semiconductor and p-type semiconductor. So semiconductors basic two types, intrinsic, extrinsic, and extrinsic further classified into p-type, n-type. So in this video we will see details about the extrinsic semiconductors. So what is extrinsic semiconductor? That is, pure semiconductors have negligible conductivity at room temperature. To increase the conductivity of intrinsic semiconductor, some impurity material is added, and the resulting semiconductor is called as impure or extrinsic semiconductor. That is, doping of pure semiconductor material takes place. Due to the doping means impurity is added into the pure crystalline structure, and that doping creates extrinsic type of semiconductor. Extrinsic means external impurity. So impurities are added at the rate of 1 atom per 10⁶ or 10⁻10 semiconductor atoms. The purpose of adding impurity is to increase either the number of free electrons or holes in a semiconductor. So in the case of semiconductor, that is silicon and germanium, shows semiconducting action, and in the case of pure silicon and germanium, it shows intrinsic semiconductor. In last video we have seen it. But when we add trivalent impurity from the group number 13, that is boron, aluminum, gallium, indium, into the silicon crystal, then it shows p type of semiconductivity. And when we add pentavalent impurity of group number 15, that is nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth, into the silicon crystal, then it shows n type of semiconductivity. So in the case of extrinsic semiconductor, there are main two types, n type and p type. When pentavalent impurity is added into the silicon crystal, then excess electron is available, so donor impurity contributes free electrons, and these are the n type. And when we add trivalent impurity, then it creates hole, and that type of semiconductor is called as p type semiconductor. So first we will see details about the p type semiconductor. The semiconductors which are obtained by introducing trivalent impurity atoms are known as p-type semiconductors. That is group number 13, boron, aluminum, gallium, indium. So examples are, that is boron, aluminum, gallium and indium. These elements have 3 electrons in their valence shell, which will form covalent bonds with the neighboring atoms. So the fourth covalent bond will remain incomplete, and a vacancy which exists in the incomplete octet bond constitute a hole, and the impurity atom is thus known as acceptor atom. So in the case of p-type semiconductor, current flows due to the movement of electrons and holes, but majority of through holes. So here majority carriers are holes. Those holes in p-type semiconductor are known as majority charge carriers, while electrons are minority charge carriers. In multiple choice question and MSc entrance question, they will ask, in case of p-type semiconductor, electricity is carried due to holes, or holes are act as a majority charge carriers. So in the case of p-type extrinsic semiconductor, suppose gallium has 3 valence electrons, however there are 4 covalent bonds to fill, then the fourth bond therefore remain vacant, producing a hole. So here silicon atom bonded to neighboring 4 atoms and it form 4 covalent bonds. But when we add trivalent impurity at the central point as like gallium, then due to the 3 outermost electron it form 3 covalent bond with the neighboring atoms, but it due to deficiency of one electron it creates one hole, and the holes are said to be majority carriers and the electrons are said to be the minority carriers. So these are the p type of extrinsic semiconductor. So in the case of p type of extrinsic semiconductor, p type is formed by adding impurity elements that have 3 valence electrons such as boron, gallium, indium. Then 4 covalent bonds are not completed, resulting in a vacancy, and diffused impurities with 3 valence electrons are called as acceptor atoms, as like this diagram there is a one hole. So in the case of p type of semiconductor, that is as like boron, aluminum, gallium, suppose in this diagram if we add boron at the center point, then there is a one hole, and in this case suppose in this diagram for p type, when hole is created, then valence band and conduction band in semiconductor there is a small forbidden gap, but there is a electron acceptor level is formed near to valence band in the case of p type of semiconductor. In objective type questions they will ask, that is electron acceptor band is formed near to which band, valence band or conduction band. So electron acceptor band is formed near to valence band or just above the valence band, and holes are majority carriers. So in the case of p type semiconductor, this is a diagrammatic representation for explanation of p type semiconductivity. So in case of band diagram, valence band and conduction band, and this is the Fermi level. So here acceptor energy level or electron acceptor band just above the valence band. So in the energy level diagram of p type of semiconductor, so here basically silicon 4 valence electrons and boron having 3 valence electrons, and after adding trivalent impurity into the pure silicon crystal, this type of crystal structure will be formed which having one hole, which is a charge carrier. So in this diagram, when electric current is supplied, suppose when we apply the electric current, then here electrons moves towards the positive terminal of the battery and holes moves towards the negative terminal of the battery. So here majority charge carriers are holes and minority charge carriers are electrons. So this is the p type of semiconductivity. So next one is a n type semiconductor. When any pentavalent element such as phosphorus, arsenic and antimony is added to the intrinsic semiconductor, 4 electrons are involved in covalent bonding with 4 neighboring pure semiconductor atoms, and the fifth electron is weakly bound to the parent atom, and even for lesser thermal energy it is released, leaving the parent atom positively ionized. So in the case of n-type semiconductor, group number 15, that is phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth, this type of impurity is added into the pure silicon or germanium crystal, and due to this pentavalent impurity, one excess electron is remain in the crystal structure. So in the case of n-type semiconductor, electrons are majority carriers, and while holes are minority carriers. So in the case of n-type semiconductor, donor bands will be formed when we add pentavalent impurity, as like phosphorus. When we add phosphorus into the pure silicon crystal, then which donates an extra electron that can freely travel around the crystal and leaves behind a positively charged nucleus. Overall, the crystal is still electrically neutral, called as n-type material or added negative carriers. So in this diagram, when we add phosphorus into the silicon crystal, as like this diagram, then it forms 4 covalent bonds with the neighboring silicon with one excess electron, and due to this excess electron, in the energy band diagram, valence band and conduction band, and this is a Fermi level. So here donor energy level or electron donor band is formed just below the conduction band in case of n-type semiconductor, and the majority carriers are electrons. So in this diagram, in case of n-type semiconductor, extra electron donor band is formed just below the conduction band, and here electron acceptor band is formed just above the valence band in case of p-type. So this is the main difference between n-type and p-type semiconductivity. Then overall summary we will see, that is what is n-type and p-type semiconductor. First one, in case of n-type, it is an extrinsic semiconductor which is obtained by doping the impurity of pentavalent impurity atoms such as antimony, phosphorus, arsenic, etc. to the pure germanium or silicon semiconductor. But in case of p-type, extrinsic semiconductor is obtained by doping trivalent impurity atoms such as boron, gallium, indium, etc. to the pure germanium or silicon semiconductor. Then next one, that is in n-type, the impurity atoms added provide extra electrons in the structure and are called as donor atoms. But in case of p-type, impurity atoms added create vacancies of electrons or holes in the structure and are called as acceptor atoms. In n-type, electrons are majority charge carriers and holes are minority charge carriers. But in p-type, holes are majority charge carriers and electrons are minority charge carriers. So this is the details about the n-type and p-type semiconductor. And overall this is the extrinsic semiconductor. In exam they will ask this question for 10 marks, that is write a note on semiconductor and their types. So thank you all of you for listening this video.